Welcome back, guys. In this session, we will see something related to the mobile browsers. We will be focusing more into the Android mobile browser, that is the Chrome browser. So, Chrome browser comes as a default one in your simulator or in real devices. So, we'll see today how we can use APM or leverage APM to automate a particular application into the Chrome browser. We'll see how we can launch the browser, and then we will see how we can launch the URL or render the URL and do some kind of basic automation into that. Okay, so as we know, into the mobile application, that we have learned from so far from the different previous sessions, that we need few of the APM capabilities to identify the particular application that we are going to test. It is the same logic applies into the mobile browser also, because mobile browser is in turn a specific application, right, in your simulator or in real device. So but the capabilities differ in a way. So let's see a few of the capabilities that are required for the browsers. Okay, so as you can see, the platform name, device name, and the automation name remains same, because for be it a normal native application or a browser, these three things remain same. But there is something app package and app activity that we will not be using here, because instead of that we will use the Chrome browser, because you can have only one Chrome browser in your mobile application, right? So as soon as we will write the browser name as Chrome, the APM identifies the Chrome as a application which the APM is going to run the test. Okay, and then Chrome driver executable. So this is something new. If you are already familiar with the Selenium, even when you want to automate into a Chrome browser on your desktop, be it on Mac or be it on Windows, you need a driver, right, a Chrome driver, so which will help you to what you call run the tests. Okay, so the same thing for the APM also, you need the Chrome driver executable. So and we'll see some more features that IPM is giving in bit later part of this session. Okay, so let's first see how we can launch a Chrome browser and do a automation into that, and few of the methods that we will see. So let's switch over to the IntelliJ. So I have already written few of the tests, so that we will not waste much time into writing those lines. So as you know, this is the same framework that we are learning so far from previous sessions, and I have uploaded this particular framework repo into the GitHub, so whenever you want you can download and practice. So as you can see, under this Android package there is a test case. Under that I have created a new Java file, that is Chrome test. So let me open that. So whatever browser capabilities just now I have mentioned, I have kept it here: platform name Android, device name the particular device which you are automating, and then automation name, browser name Chrome, and here you can see the Chrome driver executable. So let me just zoom it. Okay, so as you can see, Chrome driver, and then the path of that Chrome driver. Okay, so where you are keeping this one. So if you see here into this framework, I have kept under this driver. Actually here you can see, okay, under this I have kept. So now the 2.43 which I need, so I have exactly given the path of that driver. So system.get property is nothing but the user directory, the current project directory. Under that I have a drivers folder, and under that this particular Chrome driver, the exact name of that. Okay, and then what we will do, we will launch the application by using the driver equal to new Android driver, that is similar as the normal applications. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. So I have this sample URL or a static HTML which I need to do. So as Selenium, as I told, driver.get. Okay, so driver.get method is there. One thing to note is that this driver.get will work when your browser name is Chrome or Safari or any other browsers. You cannot do with a native application. It's for web application only. Okay, so till here we are more familiar with the Selenium, right? So I have made it faster. But if you see here, there is something. So what I did, so In this, I have created a package called as web and then PO into the existing framework, because I wanted to let you know guys how this particular framework we can even fit into for Selenium automation or for mobile browsers as well. So if you see here Chrome page, I've created a page object, okay, and I have kept it as a Chrome page. Under that it's a pure like page factory I have used. I kept all the web elements that I need. So in a moment, I will show you even the application also where I'm using this. I've kept all these IDs and everything. So let me go to the web browser and show you quickly. Okay, so under this, if you go to the sign up form, so this is something which we are going to automate it. So basic functionality, enter something on the full name, email field, and then click on the submit button. So it will give you an alert. Click on that alert. Simple. Okay. And then here, now you might ask one question that, okay, whenever we are using Selenium, we are using the inspect element, right? For what we will do in Appium actually. For the same thing, how do we do in say Appium? So one answer is that you can use this browser, I mean your desktop browsers to identify the elements. Like I've simply did right click on this, inspect it, whatever the IDs are there, I've just noted it down. Okay, so let's go to the IntelliJ. So I've set it up. Now if I go to the Chrome test, I have created an object of that Chrome page, and here you can see I have taken username and email and then send keys I'm doing here. Okay, so that is the way I'm doing. So I'm sending keys, and then here what I'm doing, this is what I was telling, that I want to show you this framework even work for browsers also. Now if you see util dot scroll and click, this is not what which we created just now. It is our previous sessions we have learned how we have created this util and all these things, and this scroll and click we did for your native applications, right, like your mobile applications. So for Chrome also we can use the same thing. So this submit button, if you see on the mobile browser, if you see the submit button is somewhere at the bottom. So until unless you won't scroll to that submit button, you might not click that, which is a different scenario in case of iOS, but here you need to scroll it. Now after you scroll, then what happens, it is an alert will come, right, because I'm clicking on that submit button, and then I'm switching to that alert and then accepting that alert, means the alert goes away. And then I'm using the app driver dot get driver. Again, this is from our previous sessions. Here is nothing but we are getting the app driver dot get driver, because this is a getter and setter, right? So from there I'm getting and then quitting the application. That's what we are going to see. Okay, so let's see this in action. So for this, what I need to do, first I need to run the Appium server. So let me open the terminal, and either you can use the terminal or else even you can use your Appium desktop, whatever it is there. So my Appium server started running. So for this I need to launch my simulator first. So let me quickly launch my simulator. Okay, so the simulator launched. Now here one thing to note is that where to download the Chrome drivers, because the thing is that to download the Chrome driver, it is not the same driver that we are using for Selenium, because the desktop Chrome browser and the mobile browser versions are different. So for those particular versions, you need to download specific what do you call version of the drivers which is compatible. So if you see here, if I go to the settings, let's first see what is the version of this Chrome browser. So if you go to the about Chrome, you can see 69.0.3497. Now let me show you in the browser. Now if you go and you say that Chrome driver download, you will see the Chrome driver.chromium.org, and here if you see, these are all for Chrome version 83, which is nothing but your desktop browsers. But if you move bit down, you will see 69 version. which is, and so probably this one. So here you can see supports Chrome from version 69 to 71. So you can just use the Chrome driver 2.43 version. Okay, so now as you can see here, we don't have any specific what do you call, like to download any links, because if you see it starts from 2.46 only. Now how do you download this particular version of 2.43? Okay, so there is another site actually. So this is one of the Chrome drivers storage actually. It's kind of a complete repo of all the drivers that you need till the latest one. Okay, here you can see. So I'll provide this particular link into the description so that you can get it. So here if you see, there is something called as a 2.43. Okay, because this is the version we need for that particular driver. Okay, so and you can see, so first you need to match it, like what is that version compatibility, then come back to this link, and this is the link. So Chrome driver, if you are on Windows, you can download from here, and this Win32 is applicable for both your 64 or 32 bit, but max 64 bit. So just click on this and then you will get a zip file. Unzip that and put it into the your project directory or wherever you need, but make sure that that particular driver directory you need to put it here. Like if you see here under this drivers, I have already added that particular Chrome driver. Okay, there are few options actually. So before executing this, I'll tell you few of the more benefits of this particular Chrome driver executable. So one is actually, so first thing is that if you have a Chrome driver version compatible, you can download it and you can put it into a folder, and then say the Appium script is that use this particular, what do you call, Chrome driver path where you are keeping, and the capability is Chrome driver executable. But the thing is that let's say you don't want all these headaches and you want Appium to take care of the download for you. So for that, what you can do, you have an option actually. So if you have installed the Appium greater than 1.15, so you have an option. Let me show you that. So if you see here, if your Appium version is greater than 1.15, then Appium has a capability called as Chrome driver executable directory. So this is your Chrome driver executable, and this is the one which is Chrome driver executable dir. Okay, you have to use this capability. Now what is the value of this capability is that, so if I uncomment this one, so here is something, you have the same, you have to give the path of the folder where the Appium can install for you. Okay, so the Chrome driver executable is so let me just zoom it. So Chrome driver executable is where you have already an existing driver folder because you have downloaded and you kept there, then you can use it. But if you want on the fly, Appium should download the driver for you, then you have to give the directory and give a empty folder. Okay, so that's how you can mention. There is one more condition to this. So if you see this presentation here, it says you have to use this capability. So one problem with this one is that you have to allow the insecure what do you call connection. Okay, so for this you have to use this Appium server flag. So this is your capability. Once you have set this capability, you have to use in the Appium servers flag actually. Let me show you how you can deal with that. So first we have seen this one, so let me do one thing. Let's say that I don't want to use my existing driver because you have seen how you can download that, so let me leave as it is. Now the second thing is that you have to see the Chrome driver executable directory, which is the new what do you call capability after Appium server version 1.15, and I'm giving the same drivers. But for that, what I will do, let me delete all these files. Okay, so now as you can see, my driver folder is empty, and now I'm using this particular Chrome driver executable directory, and I have to use this server flag, right, as I told. So what I will do, I'll go to the terminal, okay, and then I will copy this one, and then I will run this. So as you can see, allow insecure Chrome auto download. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll try to run my script. So my simulator is ready, Appium is running. Let's see what happens. So let me open the here you can see all the versions it is checking, because it is checking what is the compatible version. So here you can see it found out two versions, 2.43 and 2.44. Now it is downloading. So if everything will go well, it will download that, and then it will pick up automatically the particular version. And see, here you can see it is acting on the browser itself, and it clicked on the alert also, and it closed. See, I did not give any for drivers right now. If I go back to this driver, let me refresh this one. So if you see, the drivers would have been downloaded now. So let's check to make sure. So as you can see here, version 2.43 and 2.44. Okay, so these are the two scenarios where one, if you have an existing driver, you can use that by using the Chrome driver executable Appium capability. If you want the Appium to take care of that, you can use the Chrome driver executable directory. Okay, so I would prefer always to go with this so that you need not to worry about that. But it will definitely take a bit time at the beginning of your test case to make sure that if this particular driver is downloaded or not. Okay, so that's how you can deal with it. So let's say that your Appium is on the latest, like you have updated your Appium version by using the npm command, npm space install space hyphen g space Appium. Then what happens, it is installing the latest version of your the Chrome driver also. But one thing you need to make sure that your simulator Chrome browser or the real device Android, whatever you are using, the Chrome driver the Chrome browser version also should be updated. Now one problem with my Chrome browser is that as you can see, uh, okay, so as you can see, it is saying that update Chrome, but if I click on this, nothing happens because I don't have the Google Play Store to download this. Either you have to download this standalone from the what do you call, if you have available chrome.apk file, but I would prefer just go to this particular version, whatever you are seeing, and then compatible what do you call versions, you can get it from this link. Okay, and once you get it, you can download from this particular repo. Okay, so that is one thing you can do, or else you can download automatically by using this Chrome driver executable dir. Okay, so there are two different ways you can do. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I had for today. So hope this particular session helped you guys. So do subscribe and stay tuned to our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.